Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Lucas. We're in the eBay room, and first off I want to apologize for not getting a video up last week. You'll understand why in a second, because I've been working on a lot of stuff this weekend and I just never had time to finish recording my video. I've recorded some yard sale footage, but we're just going to pass on that, and I'm just going to show you the three really nice things I bought, and then we'll get into the big buy that I made. So first off, let's go over the three things that I got that are really good. I got this Nightmare on Elm Street VHS set. It's all 7 movies, and I paid $5 for it, and I've got it currently listed on eBay for $44.94 with free shipping. It looks like some of them can go for $50, but this box is pretty ripped up and not in the best shape. Then I got this Bose system with its remote. I think the model number on it is AWR1-1W. And it's tested, it works, it sounds amazing. I paid $25 for it, so I paid up a little bit, but I've got it listed at $109.94 plus shipping. And that's kind of what they're going for. I think I'm just going to have to wait for mine to click in line. And then easily the best find of the day is this Slingbox TV box. So Sling TV is that streaming service, and I guess they made their own box, and the model number on it is SB500, and I've got all the cords and the remote with it and everything else. I just didn't bring it over here, and I paid $15 for this, and this actually sold in like 24 hours for $150 free shipping. So really good buy there. 3 really good finds, a total of what, $55 spent, and I've got it all listed for a total of $250-ish, so really good buy there. But anyway, I apologize for the mess that is the eBay room right now. Again, you'll understand whenever I turn around the camera here. But I went to another yard sale, and the guy, it was a lot of, I didn't take my camera with me, of course, but it was a lot of like pink and girl clothes and some girl toys and stuff like that, so I figured I wouldn't buy anything. And then when I got in the garage, there was one pile of vintage Star Wars stuff. There were some board games and some other miscellaneous items. And as I started digging through that, the guy looked at me and he goes, "Do you like Star Wars?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I like Star Wars." And he goes, "Would you be interested in more Star Wars?" And I said, "Yeah, I'd be interested in more Star Wars." And needless to say, I spent a good amount of money on vintage Star Wars stuff. There's some Star Trek mixed in here, but we'll get to that in a second. It's kind of awkwardly piled out. I don't know, I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to finish the story. So he starts pulling stuff out, and on Friday, whenever I went to the sales, I spent $245 on 2 like totes of stuff, and then I gave him my number, and I said I'd come back on Saturday and Sunday and we could dig through more of it. And I went back on Sunday and bought 2 more totes full and a stack of some games for another $425. So altogether I spent $600 and... Hold on, I got a math. Where's my calculator? You think I would know this. 425 plus 245. 670? Does that sound right? Yeah. So I spent a total of $670 on all this stuff. And at first I was feeling a little nervous. I think the money's good. Like, I think I'll make money off of it. I just think some of it's going to be slow moving. And that's whenever I posted a picture of it in both the Garage, This Week in Reselling Facebook group and the resource center that Primetime Treasure Hunter sets up. I set a whole picture of it up, and one guy left a comment saying, "Hey, you should check out this Facebook group called the Star Wars Trading Commissary," or something like that. I don't know. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head, even though I've been on it for the past 2 days. And so I started posting a lot of this stuff there. None of this Star Wars stuff is listed on eBay as of this moment in time. But I'm going to start tomorrow, I think, listing some stuff. But some of this has sold already through that Facebook group. I'm going to go through that now. So I'm going to pop a new battery in my GoPro because this one's about to die. And then we'll go over some of this stuff. Also, I hope the lighting in here isn't too bad. I've got my lights that I use to take pictures are out in the living room because I've been doing a lot of it in the morning. And I've got to keep an eye on the dog and stuff. So let's go over some of this stuff. Let's start with the old stuff because it's really cool. So I've got these like party favor stuff, like here's some tablecloths, a huge stack of paper plates, some vintage napkins that are steel sealed, and birthday invites. I have some for Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, and I just think this stuff is super neat. Like, how much of this stuff do you think actually survived? Because people probably use these tablecloths and immediately threw them away, and then same thing with the birthday invites. Like, they got filled out and they got thrown away and moved on. I've got some Return of the Jedi puzzles here. One of the Star Destroyer. Jabba the Hutt on that one. This is a paint by numbers set of Lando and Leia in their disguises and whatnot. These things are really cool. These are old Halloween costumes by Ben Cooper. I've got a Vader, a C-3PO, and the one that's been most popular on that Facebook group is this Yoda one, though it hasn't sold. I've got the Yoda one listed at 40 bucks. C-3PO was pretty, like, rotten looking. I think I've got it listed at 20, and then I've got Vader listed at 30, 35, I think, something like that. Of course, we got the old bed sheets that are in pretty good shape. 2 pillowcases, 3 sheets, and the fitted sheet, even though the elasticity's kind of gone on it. We'll come back to this stack of stuff here in a second. Kind of move on through some more unique stuff. This barrel bag is still sealed. I'm having a hard time on the internet finding one with R2-D2 and C-3PO on it. There's another one that has Yoda on it that I keep finding. And the one with Yoda is always listed at like $35, $40, so I've got that listed at 40 bucks. These 2 storybook records, another board game. These 3 Vader dolls are dated 1978, made in Hong Kong. I've got Clone Wars Band-Aids, which I don't know if these will sell or not. They got like the weird display on them. I hope that's showing up on the camera. And then kind of another unique box here. This will tote. I was digging through some of it. I've got these bars of soap that have like Luke, Leia, a Gamorrean guard, Vader. This one of Yoda you can't really tell, but it's kind of disintegrated. And then we got more soap. I got these little 4-packs that have all the characters in it. That one's a different set. It's got the droids and Lando, and there's another one of that set. And then all these are like shampoo and bubble bath bottles. Most of them are full. There's a few empty ones in here. But like this Chewbacca one's still got its like sealed on it. But some of them have. One of them busted open. And we'll get to that in a second. But thankfully the container that they were in was mostly just other soaps. And then this is really neat. This is a Princess Leia, what's it called? Beauty bag. It's got some cologne, cream rinse, and shampoo in there, as well as a bar of soap with Leia carved into it, and a Star Wars branded comb. That's worth about $30 there. And then I've got 2 of those with Leia that are both complete. And then I've got 1 complete and 1 incomplete. Oh, there we go. 1 complete and 1 incomplete of the Luke Skywalker belt kit. Again, comb, a little toothbrush, a bar of soap. This one's just got 3 bottles of the soaps in it. But again, really, really just unique, random stuff that you wouldn't think about. I'll get to this stuff in the middle. All this stuff in the middle is what's sold so far. Got a droid toy. It's only worth like 10 bucks or so. Some Hallmark ornaments that are worth like $10 or so. I think I've got 4 total ornaments. This 1981 clock, but it's broken because you can like spin. So I don't know about that. Some Return of the Jedi calendars, but they're dated 1997. Oh, that's the thing with this Facebook group. So there's 2 Facebook groups for them. There's one for vintage, and there's one for more modern stuff. And on the vintage page, you can't post anything later than 1985. If it's 1986, it's got to go in the other group. So a lot of this stuff is in that group, but I do have a handful of things that are in the other group. And all the stuff I've sold has been vintage, and none of the newer stuff is sold on there yet. But I think some of the newer stuff is going to do better on eBay than the Facebook group. These Facebook groups like a lot of toys, and like there was one guy was selling like an $8,000 figure on the group. It was crazy to look at, and it's really just cool stuff. Moving right along. Got these stamp collection kits. They're not brand new, so I don't know if they're all there. I really need to dig through it, but they're dated 1977, so I got to put them on here. The only problem with the soap bottles I was talking about was this one. This one got a little damaged, but everything inside is actually pretty good shape because a lot of it is bagged. I put it in this Ziploc bag because I didn't want to accidentally lay it up against something. But, yeah, so the box isn't in good shape, but I think everything inside might still be. Rotating around, got these placemats. They're like the thick foam kitty placemats. I've got Return of the Jedi wallpaper, or wrapping paper, 1 VHS tape. You think for all the Star Wars stuff, that's the only copy of the movie that I got. A maze book. This is either German or Swedish, I don't know. Magazine. This is a Punch-Out book from 1983. Comics journal. Return of the Jedi. It's got a giant poster in it. Fantastic Films magazine. This is actually pretty neat. This is a magazine, but you'll notice it says Revenge of the Jedi and not Return of the Jedi. And generally stuff with revenge on it is really popular. And then probably the best book-related thing I got is this Foom comic book magazine. It's made by Marvel. I forgot what year is on it. It's inside. I think 78 maybe somebody wrote on there. But this goes for about $30, $35 by itself. So that's pretty neat. Got some Return of the Jedi tins. I actually need to reach out. I was sold some stuff to a guy that was really obsessed with Max Rebo and his band, and both these tins have Max Rebo on it. So I need to reach out and see if he's interested in it. I just don't know if this stuff is old or not. If it's newer, I don't think he's interested in it. There's another board game down here that's newer. Got some Topps cards, but these are for the game. I don't think they're... I don't know, maybe there are. There's some packs in here, and then another empty box. This is a tie that's only worth like $10. Got some Valentines from the 90s. These are pretty neat. These are Topps candies. I mean, the candies are still in there. So they're pretty neat. They're probably worth like $5 to $7 a piece. I've got some chapstick. What year is this chapstick? It's got to be newer because it's got Darth Maul on it, so probably late 90s. 1999 on the chapstick. These are Star Trek movie cards. This whole pile of stuff I got... Oh, this is another Halloween costume. This one's of Spock, so I obviously can't put that in the Star Wars group. Some anagram balloons. These are from the 90s. Random comic book. Star Wars Kids premiere issue magazine. Another Star Trek. Actually, I need to set that aside. That's got a record in it, too. Old pen pops. You put like a little sucker in there and it spins around. These things... So there's individual packets in here of... I'm trying to point with the same hand I'm using the camera. Individual packets in here. And some of these were selling for like $5 a piece, but they were shipping from Germany. And they were paying like $25 just to ship it. So, I don't know. Got these bookmarks from 97. They're all still like connected. They never got torn apart. More of those pops. Yo-yo from 97. This is a model kit. I'm not going to pick it up because the packaging's kind of ripped on it. But if it's all there, it's worth like $25. But like I said, it's kind of ripped up, so a piece might have fell out somewhere along the line. Got some Pez. And then this Attack of the Clones chess set's worth like $30. So overall, some pretty good stuff. Obviously, I'm trying to just rush through this as fast as I can. All right, let's go over some of the stuff that's sold already just through the Facebook group. So we'll start with this guy's stuff here. This is order number 1. He bought the... this is a Pepperidge Farms cookie box. He's a big fan of Yoda and Max Rebo. So this box had Yoda on it. I had another cookie box that had... Max Rebo on it, but he wasn't as interested in that one because Max Rebo's on the side. Something weird about this is there's no cookies in here, but they're still sealed. So I think somebody's glued this back together, but I let him know that. He also bought this Yoda empty shampoo bottle. He said he didn't want a full one because he didn't want it busted all over his stuff, so I understand that. And then he got this Max Rebo band paint by number set. That's pretty neat. So that was order number 1. He paid a total of $35 for all that stuff. Order number 2 are these 3 canvas bags that are brand new with their tags. A couple loose threads here. They're all for Return of the Jedi. I think they're pretty neat. And this person paid $15 a piece for those bags, so $45. All my prices had shipping included and the PayPal fee. I know some people that were selling on that site like to put, you're going to pay a little extra to cover the PayPal fee, but to me, the PayPal fee is just doing business, so I wasn't too worried about it. And I'm going to save money selling through the Facebook group anyway, because I don't have to pay eBay fees. But I also, whenever I listed the stuff on the group, I put like $3 or $4 extra to cover the shipping costs, and then if they bought a lot, I kind of like rounded things out, since it would all go in one shipment. So I think it's going to even itself out. It's not going to be too crazy. Like I said, I still think I'm going to save money by selling through the Facebook group rather than selling on eBay, because that's just one less fee that I have to pay. Anyway, moving on. This guy right here bought these thank you cards, and they're just little R2-D2 cards. They're from 19-something. I don't remember. The year's on here somewhere. 1979 on those thank you cards. And then also these thank you cards have C-3PO and R2-D2 on them. They're from, I don't know. They're from a year. It's vintage. He paid, I had these listed at $20 a piece, or you could buy both of them for $35, so he paid the $35 for that. He got these are just super cool. Empire Strikes Back party blowouts. He paid $12 for those. And then I think I ended up rounding this price out. I don't fully remember. I had the puzzle listed at $12. This coloring book listed at $10, and this other puzzle listed at $12. And I forgot what his total order was. I gave him a little bit of some price off because he bought some stuff. But moving on, I had one person buy just one of these puzzles for $12. This person bought this Empire Strikes Back paint by number set. It is a little open, and of course I let him know that. And then a pack of sealed Empire Strikes Back trading cards. And they paid $18 for this and $20 for this, so $38 for all that stuff. One person bought just a sealed thing of the birthday invites. And what was cool about this is she told me what she was going to do with them, and that she had these for her birthday party in 1980, which is the year that's on them. And she's going to use these and send them out to her friends and have a 30th anniversary watch party of Empire Strikes Back. And I thought that was really neat. So I have these listed at $20. For her birthday, I did it for $18. And plus, I just think it's really cool that she's actually going to use them. I think it's a little crazy, maybe, but they actually fold out, and they're like a tri-fold envelope. It's really cool. But yeah, I thought that was really neat that she's actually going to use these, and they're from her childhood. So. And then the last order of stuff that went out was my biggest sale. One guy bought all this. Ewok balloons that are still new and sealed. This guy bought the open birthday invites. He also bought one of those coloring books. He bought the Return of the Jedi party blowouts. One of my favorite things that I have is this tape dispenser. He paid $25 for this tape dispenser. How neat is that? How crazy is that? It's also cool because the punch is still in there. He bought the other Pepperidge Farm box. The guy that actually bought that Pepperidge Farm box told this guy about this one because I didn't have this one. This ever actually got pasted on the group. I just sold him through. But there's a Max Rebo on the side of it. He bought that. He bought this paint by number set with C-3PO and R2 on it. These are little figurines that you paint. Obviously the paint's probably pretty dry. This one's of Princess Leia. And this one is of Luke on a tauntaun. And then probably the most individual expensive item was this centerpiece by Designware. It's part of that birthday party stuff. It's really neat. It doesn't look like it was put together at all. It's open, but I just think it's amazing. This he bought this for $50. So altogether, his order totaled out to $240. And since he bought a lot of it, I took $20 off. So he only paid $220. He was really nice. He said that he really liked my stuff and he wanted to cover the PayPal fee, but I told him don't worry about it because I still had some stuff that I got to list. And he might buy more from me. And I figured it'd be nice. It was only like $8 for the fee, and he bought $240 worth of stuff on me, so I really couldn't complain at that stuff. So yeah, overall I spent $640, and I've already sold $440 back. I've still got all this stuff that's listed. The soap still needs to be listed on there, and then all this stuff back here still needs to be put in its appropriate group, including this chest set. So, like I said, I think some of it'll sell better on eBay, but I think a lot of what sold would have sat forever on eBay. So really happy that I found this group. And honestly, this group is super cool to look at. If you like vintage Star Wars stuff, seriously just join the group and just drool over some of these awesome figures and pieces that they have. And I'm really glad I can help them with their collection. So I told these people I'd probably ship their stuff up on Wednesday, so I think I'm going to wait because it's 2 in the morning right now, and I got home from a long day at work. I've got to pack up 2 eBay orders, including getting into the shirt pile, which I've kind of blocked myself off from. And I'm going to ship this Slingbox TV thing, because he said he needed it by Saturday, but I have 3-day handling time. But I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be the nice guy. I'm going to ship it out tomorrow. But so yeah, I will see you guys in the morning, and I'll film some of the stuff while I take pictures of it, and we'll go from there. Alright everybody, it's now Tuesday morning, and it's about 11 in the morning, so I have probably like an hour and a half to work on some of this stuff before I have to eat and like start getting ready for work and stuff like that. First off, what I'm going to do is I've got these things pulled out here. Like I said, this is Max Rebo and his little Cantina band, and these are just little tins made by Jinko? I don't know. They're dated 1983. They got a little scuff mark on them, but that guy said that if I found anything else with Max Rebo to let him know, so I'm going to go with him. And these are little candies. They're still in there, made by Topps Corporation. And this is the singer of the band. I can't think of her name. Sly, maybe Sny? I don't know. So I'm going to shoot him a message and see if he's interested in this stuff. I think I'm going to ask, I don't know, 35? I might try and squeak 40 out of it, because this tin goes for about $25 shipped. This is probably worth like 10, so there's 35, and then these are like $5 a piece, so 45. So I might ask 40, and if he says 35, I'll probably take it. So I'll shoot him a message. All right, guys, just made another big sale. I was taking photos of these soap bottles. Some of them are full, some of them are empty. This guy, like, one of them's busted open somewhere along the line, and some of them got a little dirty, but that's okay. I'm selling these for $10 if they're empty and $15 if they're full, and if they want me to dump them out, I will, because if they're filled, they got some pretty decent weight to them. They're shampoo and bubble bath, but that's not the big sale. The big sale is all of this stuff. I had one guy buy all this stuff for $270 this morning. I'm not going to say his name because he has to be private, but he's got an awesome collection. He sent me some photos. They're on the screen right now. It makes me so happy knowing that this stuff is going to, like, a true collector, not some guy that's like, I'm going to buy this bottle of shampoo as like a joke gift to somebody or something like that. That it's actually going to be cherished. And this guy was amazing. He was really easy to work with, and appreciate it, my guy. So anyway, let's quickly go over some of this stuff. This is Tribute Magazine with Revenge of the Jedi on it. I forgot how much I had this stuff for. Let me get my phone out real fast. Actually, it looks, since I marked them sold in the group, that some of the posts got deleted, so I'm going to try my best to remember how much I had on this stuff. I think Tribute Magazine was $25. This is a Foom comic book. It's like a Marvel monthly magazine thing, and this is a pretty popular one. Took this one for $40. This is just a placemat by LFL. I don't know anything about that. Hi, Spyro. Paid $15 for this, $18 for the sealed Return of the Jedi wrapping paper. This Maze book was $12. This Punch-Out book, I think, was $18. I don't remember. You guys can trust me on my math. I think this was also $18. This is just a fold-out poster thing. Comics Journal based on Star Wars, I think, was $12. And then for the soap stuff came out to $120 on its own. These are little 4-packs of soap. This one's got like R2 and C-3PO and Vader and Lando Calrissian. Chewbacca, Yoda, Skywalker, and Princess Leia on those. Those were $15 a piece. He paid $10 a piece for each of these little shampoo bottles here. That one's a Princess Leia and R2. He both had me dump out, which is fine. I completely understand. I wouldn't want it busting open all over my stuff. But this Wicket one is still sealed, so I can't empty him out. But I'll ship him in a separate package just to be safe, because this guy bought some stuff yesterday too. So yeah, I'll ship this guy in a totally separate package just to be safe in case he decides to bust open or something. And then these are really neat. These are a couple of my favorite things that were in this set. This is a Princess Leia beauty bag. It's got some cologne, some cream rinse, and some shampoo, a bar of soap, and a comb in it. And this is a Luke Skywalker belt kit, which is the same thing. Comes with shampoo, bubble bath, a bar of soap, a comb, and a toothbrush. Weird that it doesn't come with toothpaste, but you know. And he paid $30 a piece for those, so $270 for all this stuff. Really good deal. I'm officially in the green now on all of this Star Wars stuff. And I was kind of sweating. I figured it would take me a while to get back to green, because I figured a lot of this stuff would be slow moving. But finding this Facebook group is amazing. Honestly, I'm staying in this Facebook group. It makes me want to collect Star Wars stuff, especially having all this oddball stuff. I think this oddball stuff is just as neat as like the action figures and stuff like that. Because who knew how much of this actually survived? So doing pretty good there. All right, everybody, it's now Tuesday night. I actually ended up having one more order right before I went to work, so I'll show it to you real fast off of the Facebook group. This is a Luke Skywalker belt kit, and it's supposed to have a comb and like a toothbrush and a bar of soap in here, but these are just 3 random bottles that are supposed to be in it in the little bag. So we got that going out. This little 4-pack of soaps. One has R2, one has C-3PO, one has Vader, and one has Lando Calrissian. And then 3 packages of napkins. 1 for Return of the Jedi and 2 for Empire Strikes Back. Whenever I added up, these were 15 a piece. This was 20, and this was another 20, so it added up to 85. And then I offered 75. He countered at 70. And I said, sure. So another $70 order going out. I'm going to work on packing some of this stuff up. I've already got a couple things packed. This was that 1 pack of invites, and this was a puzzle. So those were the easy ones to pack. This one's pretty much already packed. I got to take a label off the other side of it. This is a paint by numbers set. Hold on here. And I really wanted to put this in a box because I'm afraid of it getting crushed or something like that, but I don't really have a good box just to put one of these things in. And I don't want to put it in one of these very thin bubble mailers here. So this one's a little thicker, and I'm going to just cover this thing in bubble wrap to make sure it gets there safe. There's also a pack of birthday invites in there, so I think that one will be okay. But I've got these 2 things are boxed up. I just gotta actually put packing material in there, like bubble wrap and stuff. I also meant to go to Walmart and get some actual packing paper because I don't have any, but I forgot to do that on the way home. So hopefully we can get by without it. If not, I can swing by it in the morning before I go to work, or just wait another day and do it tomorrow night. I told most of these guys that their stuff would be going out Wednesday or Thursday. I think this guy that ordered a lot, I think he'd understand if it took an extra day. So I've also got 5 eBay orders that need to go out, but since I'm part-time and I work kind of weird hours, I do 3-day handling, and I know that affects some of my percentages and stuff like that, but there's just some days I get home and I can't fulfill and get an order out the next day. I just can't do it. So the 3-day handling is more to make sure that I don't get too many strikes or something like that. That's what's more important to me right now. If I could do every day, I totally would, but I just can't. So, yeah, let's get to packing. Alright, so this guy here ordered these packs of thank you cards. This one's actually got its own box. That's Star Wars labeled. A coloring book that hasn't been colored in. A Vader puzzle that's still sealed. This Ewok one, or this Wicket one, isn't sealed. That's why I put it in this bag so the pieces don't go flying around or anything like that. These party blowers, and then he also got this Princess Leia beauty bag. And it's soap. This is shampoo, some cream rinse, and some cologne splash. There's also a bar of soap in here, as well as a Star Wars branded comb. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this Princess Leia beauty bag, and it might be a little overkill, but I think it's worth it, and I'm going to put it inside this Ziploc bag, and then I'm going to get it really small, and I'm going to put it in this padded envelope, and then put it in the box, because worst case scenario is one of these bottles busts open during shipping, and then gets all over everything else, and since a lot of this is paper-related product, it would ruin it, and that would suck. And I know he's really excited about these blowers, and the thank you cards. He was really, really excited about these things. And last thing I want is for this soap to bust and then just ruin it. So it might be a little overkill, but it'll be worth it just for the safety measure. So one guy that ordered a bunch of stuff also ordered this Return of the Jedi wallpaper, or not wallpaper, wrapping paper. And to make my life easier, I'm going to ship this in its own separate package. I would like to use a poster tube, but I don't have a poster tube. And I also don't really have time to go get one. And honestly, this cardboard roll is pretty sturdy in itself, so I feel confident in it. So I'm just going to throw in a couple bubble mailers. It's a tight fit, but it fits. So yeah, I'm going to put them in these and send it on its way. Like I said, this cardboard tube is pretty tough. I might wrap some bubble wrap around it. I can't go end over end with it, unfortunately, because if I go end over end with it, it'll be too long to fit in the bubble mailers. Like I said, it just barely fits in there, so let's see how this works. I think I'm going to go with it. I think it'll be okay. Like I said, cardboard's pretty sturdy. That extra bubble wrap has given it a lot more support, and this tape's not going anywhere, so yeah, we're going to go with it. That's how I'm wrapping this wrapping paper. So the same guy that ordered a bunch of stuff ordered this bottle of bubble bath. I think it's bubble bath. I don't know. I can't tell. The label got faded out. This one's of Wicket. It's still sealed, so I can't open it up and dump it out. He had me dump out the other bottles of stuff that he got, but this guy ordered a ton of stuff. He's the same guy that ordered the wrapping paper, and I'm going to ship this in its own box just to be even safer, because he ordered a lot of stuff. And like I said, if this busts open and ruins a lot of that stuff, it could be bad. So it's going in its own little box. And yeah, so I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to wrap it in bubble wrap, and then I'm going to toss it in this Ziploc bag, and I think that'll be enough. I don't think I'm going to put it in its own poly mailer or something like that. And then I'll probably just use Kroger bags to void fill out the thing. That's what I've been doing. I know it's not the prettiest way of void filling, but it's definitely a way, and the cheapest way, and the way that I can do right now, because like I said, I don't have any paper. So yeah, I'm going to get this thrown in this box. Alright, there it is. That's the big order. The big, like, close to $500 order. The box ended up weighing 8 pounds and 9 ounces, and it measures 16 by 16 by 13. I ended up having to go to Walmart and getting a box to fit it all up. It scared me whenever I first started filling in the information on FedEx, because I knew it was going to be a FedEx package. It told me it was going to be $54 to ship, which is not what I was expecting to spend. I was expecting somewhere in that $20 to $25 range. And whenever I started actually filling out the information, because at that point I was kind of defeated, you know, I had to ship it. It came out and it was only like $22.53, I think, is what it was going to be. So I'm going into the FedEx shop today. I've got a couple of eBay orders that I got to drop off at the post office, and then I'm just going to take that to the FedEx store, which is right next to it. So the only thing left I have for Star Wars is this little stack of soap and napkins that have to go out, but I'm going to do that tomorrow to force myself to get out, because I need to go run some errands. I need to take care of this room. That's why I didn't go to yard sales today. And I'm getting rid of all the clothes. I'm going to take it to Goodwill. I don't sell them often enough, and whenever I do, the profit margin is not worth the amount of space that they take up. So I'm going to buy another set of shelves, and I'll be able to add on there. And I kind of want to make this one in the corner a like packing supply shelf, and then this one will stack a little higher, because that's already a split shelf, so whenever I buy a new set of shelves, they'll be able to connect. And then make that one for more inventory and less boxes and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to try and get all this Star Wars stuff into that black tote that is that has a lid on it. because all this Star Wars stuff that's over here is listed on the Facebook group, but not on eBay. So I still got to put it all on eBay. And then all this stuff is more modern, except for these stamp collections. I got to go through them and make sure they're all there. And not the Barbie game, obviously. All this stuff is more modern Star Wars stuff. And a couple Star Trek items that have to go on eBay. And I've still got to list that to the more modern Facebook group. So, yeah. We'll reconvene tomorrow. I've been kind of taking it easy these past couple days after a hectic Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Thursday and Friday have been pretty simple, taking a little breather. But I got to get some stuff listed on eBay. I haven't listed in over a week. And my sales have suffered a little bit, but doesn't matter when you're selling over $750 worth of stuff on a Facebook group. So, yeah. So it turns out that big box was going to end up costing about $54 to ship, whether I took it through FedEx, UPS, or USPS. Ignore the fuzz. My dog got one of the toys. It was going to cost about $54, so I decided to go about it another way. I tried using medium, but these aren't medium flat rate. They have a medium flat rate in this size. These mailing boxes, I tried using the large flat rate box, and unfortunately it just wasn't, things weren't fitting for the large flat rate box. There were a few items that were just too big, and for the medium flat rate it would have taken like 3 or 4 of them, so I'd have been right back at like $40 anyway, and would have had multiple shipments. So I got on Facebook and went into the Facebook groups that I'm part of. This Week in Reselling by Garage Flips, Lonnie, and Cincinnati Picker John. And then also Primetime Treasure Hunters group. And I posted a picture of my box. And I said the measurements were 16 by 16 by 12. It weighed like 8.5 pounds. Should I just ship it this way, or should I try putting it into multiple boxes? And a lot of people were like, hey, you got a multiple box that. It's going to be worth it in the end. So I did some digging, and one guy left a comment saying, you should try board game boxes. And back when I first started, like back in December, I ordered board game boxes, and I hadn't used them at all. But it finally came true, as I put not one, but 2 board game boxes to work. And I got everything in both boxes. And these things through Pirate Ship cost $17.60 each to ship. So I'm going to be going from $54 to about $35. And honestly, I think that's about as low as I'm going to get it. Like I said, if I try and cram everything in those medium-sized boxes, it's going to be like $40 by the time I get through with it anyway. And I can't fit things in the large flat rate box, so I think this is about the best option. I'm happy that I finally get to use these boxes. I mean, they're in there pretty tight. There's a little bit of loose just from some of the other things, but one of them weighs like 5 pounds, and 5.5 pounds, and the other one weighs like 2.5 pounds. So it ends up evening out, because I checked it. The 5-pound box, if it was this size box and it wasn't a flat rate box, it would cost about $20, and this one would cost about $15. And like I said, they cost $17 a piece, $17.50 a piece. So it ends up evening out. But I gotta say, I'm happy with that. So if you're a reseller, join the Facebook groups, talk to other resellers. They'll help you out. They'll help you find a solution. So, hey everybody, I was editing my video while I was taking a break from listing some of this modern stuff, and I realized I forgot to talk about this one pile of stuff, so I'm going to go through it really fast, throw it in, because the video's done. I just got to put this clip in it. So this stuff is West End Games. It's kind of like RPG stuff, Dungeons and Dragons-y type things, I believe, but this is all Star Wars related. So I want to quickly go through this. Plus, I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt today. I'm in a Star Wars mood all week. Kind of want to watch the movies. Anyway, sidetracked. Let's get through this. Anyway, so I bought this whole stack of stuff, was included in that buy. This is a collector figurine set, and this is brand new sealed. It's got all these little figures in it. I've currently got this listed on eBay for $44.94 plus shipping. This is a source book, which just has a bunch of information about the game, I think, and like stuff that you can use and carry with you and whatnot. Oh wow, that's really neat. I never actually opened this stuff up. I think I got this listed for $15 plus shipping. Media mail, because I don't know if this can go media mail now that I think about it or not. It's a book. There's no advertisements in it. It can probably go media mail. Anyway, this is the first edition, like rule book and stuff like that. Basically, the player handbook kind of thing. This is listed for $25, I believe, plus shipping. These are like expansion packs. I've got 2 of these for Tatooine Manhunt. And I guess it's just like an expansion mission. It's a 32 booklet, has a map, and some like little pieces that you can move around. I listed these for, I've got 2 of them. I listed them as a multi-quantity listing for $49.94 a piece with free shipping. And one sold within 15 minutes of listing for $49.94, and I've got 2 of them, so that's pretty neat. This is the, because they're brand new sealed, in case I forgot to mention that. This is the campaign pack, and it's kind of like the Tatooine Manhunt. Has a booklet. I think it's got a map in here and stuff like that for you to do stuff with. This one I've got listed for $74.94 with free shipping. And this is a game called Star Warriors. It's got all these pieces in it, dice. It's 100% complete, pre-owned, and I've got this listed for $64.94 plus shipping. I don't remember if I put shipping or free shipping on this, but $64.94. And then I've also got a second copy of it that is brand new, still sealed, and I've got this listed for $99.94 plus or with free shipping. I don't remember. So yeah, I kind of glanced over this stack. I said I was going to go back to it, and then I realized I never went back to it. So yeah, some really neat stuff there. Anyway, back to the ending of the video. Anyway, this video didn't really have a start, and it doesn't really have an end, so I think I'm just gonna end it right here, and start filming some stuff tomorrow for next week's video, or maybe a midweek video that I keep saying I'm gonna do that I never do. I don't know. I kind of like the once a week thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed me digging through Star Wars stuff, trying to figure it out. I'm sure there'll be more Star Wars stuff in the future. Like I said, I've still got a bunch of stuff to go through. I did start listing a little bit of it on eBay today that hasn't sold yet. And then I've got some plans for this weekend, including getting rid of all my clothes. They're getting out of here, like I said earlier. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you click the like button down below. It really helps out the channel. And as always, subscribe so you know whenever I release a new video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all